there. Welcome to Near Mid Condition, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge. And I'm Astonishing Melanie. I'm the wife of the comic expert, Uncanny Omar.
You're also the co-host. You're not only the wife. How's everybody doing this Saturday morning?
Good morning.
Saturday afternoon.
Or afternoon
Sunday,
or evening.
Wherever you all are from.
Because people are from across the globe, which is really cool. See, midnight just have to get it. Oh, wait. Is it midnight now? What are you talking about, Juggernaut? I feel like I'm interrupting a conversation.
Hey, Bar.
Hey, Bar. Hi, Omni. Hey, JT. So how's the weather where you guys are? Where is everybody from? You could say hello for the whole country. And we got these a couple of years ago, like I can't remember, like Tea Turtle or something like that.
Definitely not Spreadshop.
It's always yeah, just a second. It's always cold down here, so I want to show off my New York Comic Con jacket because I wore it at Kroger, which is a grocery store. Somebody was like, "Did you really go to con?" And I was like, "Yes, I did." So just to let you know, the OnlyFans.
Nope, not the OnlyFans. OmniFans.
The OmniFans. The OmniFans awesome design was pulled from Spreadshop because they said it was rejected due to copyright.
So we've countered
I just said, is there any process to go through to counter that? So we do have a copyright lawyer. A couple of people did buy and get it, so I suppose it was a limited edition run for the couple of people that got the stickers or whatnot. We ordered shirts, so I'm pretty sure those were already printed and sent out. So okay. Yeah, I always wear a t-shirt. Like I don't know, ever since I was a kid. So it looks like we're actually getting a Tomasi Gleason Green Lantern Corps Omni per Bleeding Cool.
Well, that's per the catalog. Hopeful. It's something that Peter Tomasi has said has been coming for 6 years now. And well, then again, Scott Snyder has been saying that Death Metal was coming, or DC Metal was coming in omnibus format for years, and we finally got it. So very hopeful that it actually gets made. That's what I think about that. So, and I hope it starts off, before his run kicks off. So I do want to say that at the very least, I hope it actually comes out in proper mapping order. Oh, thank you, Kenny.
And thank you for mentioning this down here because we were having technical difficulties, did not see it. So thank you so much for the super chat. Good morning, Omar, Melanie. Hope y'all are doing well. Excited for the new DCU slate under James Gunn, like Superman, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. Legacy and Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Hopefully it's good and we get more books. And I said obviously because Kenneth is a big Superman fan.
He's a big DC guy. Yeah. You better make Ghost Rider happen. That's not up to me, man. That is up to the powers that be, above my pay scale. I'm just the messenger. Curious question. Where do we vote on the most wanted omnibus? Here on the channel, I'll be making a video with the out of print books, and then you all vote. That will be, I think, in February sometime. I need to send out that list by end of February. So this is also where you'll come and vote for the most wanted epic poll reprints. So hopefully you all get the books that you want reprinted.
Hey, apparently on OnlyFans, it could be like people make their money from like gaming tips and tricks and such. So there you go. Edwin is asking, when is the book club meeting? I couldn't find the time on Discord. So for this month,
Joe, vote on a book yet?
Yeah. In fact, let me. I was going to call it yesterday to give it 48 hours, but then I got distracted by working on my next video because I spent like 3 hours preparing for it. Anyway, so let me see what the vote is, and then next up will be the vote for what time this month for the book club. So
here, okay. Let me do something.
Let me look that up. And also, I want to quickly announce, I'm an English teacher, and I promised the students of the week that I would announce the who earned it this week for terrific work ethic or improved work ethic or insightful answers. So last week, because I forgot, okay, last week for second period was Emma and Melanie for third period, and Demi for fourth period, and Peyton for fifth period, and Haven for sixth period. But this week, okay, second period is Vanessa, and third period is Chasten. Fourth period is Trista, sorry. Fifth period is Carrie Jo, and sixth period is Abby. Man, Abby, she went to the hospital a couple weeks ago for dehydration, and she got her work done like that. Oh my gosh. So congratulations, guys.
Congratulations. Okay, to answer some questions from the chat, because we're running late, somebody was asking about the reprint poll. So how many are left from last year's reprint? I haven't announced a couple of reprints yet. That will be coming out actually next week on Tuesday and Sunday. Tomorrow is an announcement unless you're on Patreon. You get early access to that. But from the list, it looks like what's left after all the announcements, 1, 2, 3, 4 books after all the announcements are done from last year's list. So that's 16 out of the 20 that got reprinted because of you all voting. And it's also because,
so really cool.
Well, the big important thing about that is that they had to stop reprints last year to play catch up with all the delays. So that's what happened last year.
So her name is spelled differently though. Oh, when her friend says Melanie, I'm like, what? Wait, what?
What's on up, Owen? I was disappointed with James Gunn's DC announcement because J.J. Abrams' Justice League Dark was not included. Well, I think they're starting over, right? That stuff wasn't included because that was before he got involved in any of those projects. So, no, you didn't, David C., because I've only been doing it for 4 years now, the reprint poll. So you've only voted for... Yeah, but last year was the first time it actually made it in the top 20. He said he's voted for JMS Thor 5 years in a row. So I think this will be the 4th year in a row that I do it. 5th year, maybe. But regardless, last year it did make it in the top 20. The years before that, it didn't. Any recommendations for sweet backstock comic shops?
Collectors.
Oh, what's up, buddy? Are you open up shop?
While you answer... Oh, wait. You can't answer this question. I need to look on Patreon on the computer for what won the vote. So I was giving you a question to answer. So, Diebreed Collectors. This guy's awesome.
Yes, he has his own shop here. Let me pick a couple of questions. And then
well, Bart just did a super sticker.
Okay. Was the Punisher Max Omni on the reprint poll? One of them was last year. Yes. Or it made it in the top 20. Thank you, Bar, for the super sticker. Softcover Omar. With Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, trade paperback selling out everywhere. Yeah, thanks, James Gunn. But honestly, it was out of print already before he made the announcement. After the movie announcement, what are the chances? The chances of an oversized hardcover are hopefully very likely. The chances of all those books he's been talking about, the All-Star Superman and Green Lantern and Wonder Woman and what was it that the Authority, all those books are very likely to come back in some kind of format. But keep in mind, DC always does kind of stealth reprints. Let me get you to Patreon really quick.
Okay.
Morning, Mel and Omar. How are you? How are you doing, dude? I hope Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comes in oversized hardcover. I hope so, too, because I'm surprised it hasn't yet. I know they usually wait about a year. Reprint of Spider-Gwen's out of print. Here, you can tell them.
Okay. Here, let's get you a question answered while I'm doing it. Good morning, Omni. Greetings from Halifax, Nova Scotia, where
what's up, buddy?
Is negative 30 degrees Celsius, which is 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Here you go. What are your favorite movies from a Mark Millar story? Civil War, Kick-Ass Wanted, or Kingston?
Civil War. Civil War was a better movie than it was a comic, at least in my opinion. I never shy away from telling people I'm not a fan of Civil War, the comic. I thought the story in Civil War, the movie, made more sense than the reason the heroes were fighting in the comic book version. Beautiful artwork, though, by Steve McNiven. So,
let's see. So I'm calling it the winner of this month's book club book is Sarah by Garth Ennis and Sebastian Gerner. And it was a close call.
By Garth Ennis and who?
Sebastian Gerner?
No, Steve Epting is the artist on that. Who the heck is Sebastian Gerner? The colors? No, what's his name? Did the colors?
I don't know. I copy and pasted from like Amazon.
You copied and pasted from Amazon? Okay. Alguien puede decirme si Omar habla español. Hola. No, yo no hablo español. No, I'm just kidding. I do. Yeah, I mean, sí hablo español.
So it was a really close call between that. It was neck and neck and Catwoman Lonely Night. But
this was a vote, by the way, on our Patreon where people vote on a book club.
It's the $7.77 tier, and it's the engagement tier where you also get access to the Ask Me Anything and all the previous rewards from other tiers. And we also record the Zoom meeting where we talk about the book club, and it's available on Patreon as well. And the previous last month, which was just like Tuesday, book club meeting was about God Country, which I highly recommend.
I'm really curious who the heck you just gave credit to for Sarah.
Okay, nobody corrected me today in the comments.
Who?
See, Sebastian Gerner, that's what it said.
Man, Amazon is so whack. It's Steve Epting that does the artwork, and I want to say Elizabeth Breitweiser.
Drawn by Steve Epting.
Right, and there's Elizabeth Breitweiser. And
edited by Sebastian Gerner.
Okay, Sebastian Gerner, sorry about that. I didn't mean to steal your thunder, but the fact that you came before Steve Epting made me worry. What the heck? Yeah, who's Sebastian? Yes, she is the colorist, and if you've not read it, oh my gosh. Even if you're not part of our Patreon and part of the book club, you definitely should. There was a wonderful comment.
Have to be part of the Patreon to be part of the book club.
And what I said, English teacher, was that even if you're not part of our Patreon and part of the book club, you should totally read it.
Oh, and not part of the book club. Gotcha. I just
no, English is my second language.
I just want to make sure people understood.
English is my second language.
And Bar has to, she's going to.
I love what you guys do on the channel. I'm new to comics. I come to this channel every day to watch your new and older videos and study them to learn more about the world of comics. Great. Thank you so much for that. Public Enemy. Jello.
Yeah, let's say Jello.
I like Jello. Dude, I was just thinking about this guy the other day, Red Cloud. You can highlight it. Because I was watching, what was I watching? And I remember him asking me a really good question on one of our streams. Buenos dias. I got a bonus the other day at work. So here's a little thanks for being one of my favorite channels.
Oh, thank you so much, Red Cloud.
Thank you, brother. And congratulations.
You get this gorgeous Wonder Woman gift, and I apologize. Bar pointed out I wasn't doing the gifts. Like I said, we got a rough start with technical difficulties. So Red Cloud, thank you again. And Bar, your super chat is just as important.
What it was that I was going through some ideas for newer content or newer video segments because I just recorded my full-time YouTuber year 2 with my buddy Andrew, and he's going to put it together by end of February. To talk about some of the things that I've learned throughout the second year of being on YouTube and doing it for a living. And what I reminded me of was my viewers, my subscribers always give me the best ideas for the most successful videos I've ever had on the channel. So I started to revisit. I have a copy and pasted a bunch of suggestions, and one of them was Red Cloud. I'm like, oh, that is a really good one that I need to go back to. And now I can't even remember what it was, but it was a really good one. And I copied it, but all I got to do is look for his name.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Thank you so much, brother.
And
Natty T.
Nat T. Hey, Omar, curious if you know how, curious if you know or can ask about Krakoa era OHC. Books like New Mutants, Sword, Trials of Magneto, Fallen Angels, Children of the Atom, and X-Corps seem to be left in the dust, worried they'll be orphans. Thank you for the super chat.
I can ask if there's any more plans, of course. And I think there will be, I think Immortal X-Men will get something. I think anything with X-Men on the title is bound to get some kind of hardcover treatment. I'd tell you this much, and it's just, it's the formula that I've seen both Marvel and DC use. I don't know 100%, of course, but what it seems that they do is, in case they leave out things like Fallen Angels from oversized hardcover or Children of the Atom, and you're a completist and you have to have everything in oversized hardcover format, when the omnibus comes out, I don't know how many years it's going to be, when that omnibus comes out, it will have all that stuff. And if you have the oversized hardcovers, fools like me, you could quote me on that, that's a blurb. You can put that on the back of the book, David. Fools like me will double dip and buy the omnibus editions, even though I already have the hardcovers. That's a long blurb, but you get the idea. But I mean, it's fact, right? Like, how many times have I upgraded my stupid DVDs to Blu-rays to 4K, the limited edition 4Ks? And I can't be the only one that does that, right? Can I get some verification that I'm not crazy or stupid? But you know what I'm saying? Like, they know what I mean. They know X-heads will buy. Not everybody will, right? Not everybody will sell their oversized hardcovers or give them away to go and get the omnibus editions that are more complete. But they know that a certain percentage of people do. And again, I'm not saying that's what they're doing. It's just kind of the formula that I've seen out there. Oversized hardcovers have a little more than trade paperbacks. Omnibus editions have a little more than oversized hardcovers.
While you're talking, we got a few more super chats. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you all.
So
we reached 80,000. We haven't even said that. That's how stressful this morning has been, because not you all, but because of everything. Technology was just not working. We sat here for like 15 minutes trying to freaking fix it, and the words that were coming out of my mouth were not freaking, because it's out of your hands, right? And you're trying to do the best you can. That sounds like a song, and it's just things get thrown your way, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're 5 minutes late. How unprofessional. Hi, what's up, Omnibus? How are you doing, brother? When are you gonna have me on your show? When are you gonna have us on your show again? Melanie's never been.
Right, because I was working.
Yeah, he's in Australia. So, any chance of an updated reading order of X-Men Spider-Man? Spider-Man, I will say yes. More than likely, I want to do a Spider-Man reading order. I want to do a Wonder Woman reading order. I want to do an Avengers reading order. I know those are huge, so I probably can't do them all, but I do let our patrons vote for the next reading order. I'm going back to Transformers this month, so very excited about that. And I'm bringing back Hidden Gems, because Hidden Gems took a break in both November and December because... Nope. Yes, it did. November, December, and January, because that's when I was doing top 10 best books, top 20 best books, top 10 best reads, and I was just going all over the place with so many lists, and I kind of missed it. So, yeah, can't wait to talk about Hidden Gems with you all. What's up, Max? How are you doing, brother? And at this moment, I just want to remind everybody to smash that like button, please. You all, that is something that I know you get tired of hearing, but it does go a long way for channels. And not just this channel, every channel you watch. If you enjoy people's content, make sure you show them some love. And, you know, if you can't give financially, the thumbs up goes a long way for everybody.
And leave a comment, too.
And leave it a comment.
Engagement. And Bailey, thank you so much. I'm giving you the Berserk gift.
Whoa.
Hey guys, thanks for everything you do. How long do you all think Berserk will go on? Also, I think I saw one
you did.
Thumbnail.
You did. You saw Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 12. That video comes out with Blade of the Immortal Volume 7 overview this Wednesday, I think is when I have it planned. Taylor's gonna be he's kind enough to put the schedule together, and I melded to him yesterday for the week. How long do I want it to go? To me, Berserk will never end. When Miura passed, that kind of left it open for, you know, whatever. I think there is a definitive ending, of course, that he told his friend, and they're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Because, I mean, it is a business, right? And sadly, Miura is gone, but his friend is going to wrap it up. I've not read any of his friend's chapters. I could definitely tell the last chapter in Berserk, Volume 41, the art was a little different towards that end.
Oh no, I was just thinking the story.
I think there were more finishes on that last chapter than any of the other Berserk books I've seen in a long time. So, dude, what's up, Super Laugh Heart? How are you, buddy?
Taylor Talks Comics.
Smash that like button. Let's get to 100,000 by end of 2020.
Who is that? Is that from Akira?
That is Akira.
Yes.
Akira.
I don't know why I said it. Like,
yo,
I was like,
is that
Akira?
Here's a real Saturday morning question for everybody. If you've seen Akira, which dub do you prefer? Are you old like me and you like the streamlined dub with, was it Leonardo that does one of the voices? And it's always Kaneda, Tetsuo and Kaneda? Or are you younger and appreciate the Pioneer dub with a closer pronunciation of the words like Kaneda and Tetsuo? I'm always curious where people come from. Like, what's the first time or if you've never seen it in English and you've only seen it in Japanese. Because let me tell you, back in my day, I had to drive 6 hours to go see Akira. Kids these days, the youth, The youth has no idea how good they have it with anime. They can show on Netflix or whatever it's on, Crunchyroll. Yeah, it's the only way we got it, man. Streamlined dub. That was what, 19? I was in high school. I went with a group of people I didn't even know. I went with Keith and his cousin and his cousin's girlfriend, and we went to Chicago.
When was it dubbed? Was it the 80s or 90s?
It was dubbed, I believe, in 1990, 1991.
90 dubs were awesome, though.
But I mean, streamlined
90 dubs were awesome.
That was all because of Carl Masek, right? Like Carl Masek.
Streamlined dub for life.
That's right, baby. That's right. Streamlined dub for life.
And the Laserdisc editions. This is a guy after Rob's heart.
This is a man after Rob's heart.
I don't know. Your kids are your Japanimation. Oh, man.
Japanimation.
Can you do a Venom reading order?
Sure. Omnibus volumes 1, 2, 3? No, I'm just kidding. Of course I can. Did I tell you guys that? Yeah, okay. If you watch my videos, you probably saw that they're doing the modern epic Venom, and they're starting with the end of the Rick Remender run and the Cullen Bunn era. So those complete collections that are out of print, you know, that's good. And we're getting into the Clone Saga as a Marvel epic now. I hope you never move. I hope if I move, I'm going to get people to help me. Where's my buddy Frazier that told me he's going to come and help me move? And he didn't show up. He avoided my phone calls. Buenos dias, Omar y Melanie. Viva Peru, carajo! Dude,
speaking of
Peru, man. Sorry, no, I was going to say, I was talking to my dad about the troubles that Peru's having. Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Much love to you, man. A mi país. Had the double video. Oh, with the two. That's awesome. In the widescreen subtitle. I didn't see it in widescreen until I saw it on DVD. That was the only time I saw it on widescreen. But I had the 4:3 dub.
When you spoke about Venom just a minute ago, it reminded me of, Donny Cates writing it, and, with God Country by Donny Cates. Okay, I'm suggesting it because it's awesome and the art's gorgeous. However, if you enjoy the father-son relationship with the Donny Cates ride on Venom, you could get something, I wouldn't say similar, right? Because it's only like 6 issues, but there's a father-son dynamic in God Country as well. So just
beautiful.
My ADHD reminded me of that. So just brain with that away.
All right, here you go, Sam. Here's how it's all connected. It's always cool seeing a former Power Ranger doing big things like Akira. Was it Johnny Young Bosch? Hold on. So here's how it's connected. Okay. This is how amazing this small little world is. Power Rangers was originally like trying to be brought over here by, of course, Stan Lee. I cannot remember the co-producer's name in the 70s, right? That's why in Japan.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Just a second, guys.
Gotta be quicker. Japan. In Japan, they were able to do like Spider-Man, with a giant robot. So it didn't work out. Years later, this young woman that was a co-producer on the original idea with Power Rangers met up with Tony Oliver. Tony Oliver was the voice actor of Rick Hunter in Robotech. Robotech was the pre-streamlined dub by Carl Masek. So Carl taught all these voice actors how to bring anime over to America, and what some people call butcher it, because I see where they're coming from, how to make it marketable for an American market. So because of Carl Masek, who did the first dub on Akira and Streamline, not by himself, of course, we had Power Rangers, because Tony Oliver went over to be the producer on Power Rangers, and there was a character, Tommy Oliver, named after him. So that's how small our world is and how it's connected in this beautiful fandom of whether you like comics or anime or or Sentai. We're all connected, man. It's awesome. And Viva Rick Hunter for life. But my dude, Roy Fokker, man, that was my dude growing. Like
that's one of my favorite figures you have.
Roy? Yeah.
When he's just pointing up at this.
No, that's the guy from Macross 7. Oh. That's the main character. No, Macross Plus.
Who is that?
How dare you? I cannot remember. How dare you?
Hey, it's like, oh shoot, what's his name from Tigatama Gurlong? How forget his name?
Kamina?
Yeah, Kamina point up at the sky. Oh, it's awesome.
So, growing up, I was like, my heroes were Roy Fokker. I loved that dude. Like, he was my dude, man. I like Rick too, but Roy Fokker for life. Yeah, go ahead, baby.
Thanks for joining us, Michael.
And somebody keeps asking about this, and let's highlight that, because I do want to talk about that.
Okay, ironically, Rudy Librarian said you highlighted my question but didn't answer it, and you were doing it again. About the round robin Omni. Any chance you might answer it?
Was it what kind of book was it? It was a custom omnibus that I found on eBay a few years ago. If you look on eBay, sometimes look for custom omnis. They can be ones that are bound together. They can be ones that look like an actual omnibus. They are very pricey, though. I will say that. So you better love a series like Red Hood if you are really interested in picking those up.
So we got a couple super chats, but I
wanted to talk about really Peter David. The last I saw the GoFundMe still going for him. I can't remember who I talked to because I wanted to talk to his wife, and they were talking to her, talking about his condition, and I think it's still the same. He's still going in and out of the hospital. So my thoughts and prayers are always with these wonderful comic creators that without I would not be on this channel. I would not have these wonderful collected editions. And that's why I wanted to honor the ones that we lost last year. At the very end of my video, my favorite reads, I wanted to talk about, the people that we lost. And, he's still here. So I hope, he stays with us for a long time and is able to see all these, the fans loving his stuff, right? Like is able to go back to conventions and see the fans and is able to see these books that he wrote, come out in these big editions and fans just asking for more of that stuff. So yeah. Macross Saga. Yeah, of course. See, but I grew up with Robotech, so Robotech will always be near and dear to me. What's up, David?
Thank you for the super chat. Finally catching you live. Awesome. Have they collected all of the Ed Bennis Justice Leagues in a hardcover collection?
To answer your question, yes and no. So it's a two-part answer. Hey, good job.
Yay, it matches. The super chat.
You're talking about the Brad Meltzer and Ed Bennis run. So only the first 12 issues are collected in oversized hardcover format. The rest of the series is not. The series is collected in standard edition hardcover format up until it gets to the James Robinson era, and then it just becomes a trade paperbacks. The series is collected in trade paperback format, but the last part of James Robinson's era is not collected in trade paperback format. So again, it's a yes and no era. Not all of Ed Bennis's fine art, because I really liked his art during that run, is collected in oversized hardcover format, but it's all collected in trade paperback and in standard size hardcover format. Thank you for the super chat, by the way.
It always amazes me how you just know stuff like that off the top of your head.
Who doesn't know about Ed Bennett? Have you seen the way he draws Wonder Woman?
How it's all collected. It's just such like that.
Because I don't have real useful information in my head. Like if I were to go on Jeopardy, I would be like, is this a comic book question? No. I don't know the answer.
Oh, hush, you do too.
What is Sonic the Hedgehog? Who is Donkey Kong?
You know that?
Who's Donkey King?
You know that reference.
Okay.
Let's see. You know movies.
Thank you, Partworks Comics.
You know how to be a good father. You know us. Okay.
For the super chat.
Thank you. And thank you for letting people know that Taschen flash sale, 50% off Spider-Man Library 1 this weekend. Con tomorrow with Sylvester McCoy.
And Sophie Aldred. Sylvester, you know which doctor that is?
No, not with the scar.
I'll give you a clue. N-Man 40. N-Man 40.
Yeah. Like I don't know which number that is.
I think he's 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. Correct us in the comments. Which just write the number.
It's a 7. Doctor. It's the 7th Doctor, right? I want to say it's the 7th.
We got another super chat. But anything on the announcement tomorrow? Wait, like you want a hint?
You want a hint? Is that what you want?
You have Here's a Ranger.
Hey, you've got Tommy Oliver right there. Yeah, Jason David Frank, another one of the legends we lost last year. Sure. Here's a hint. There's your hint. I think. Oh my gosh! I hope that video comes out tomorrow. He's gonna be so confused if it's like Hulk. Why did Omar do the? What is that? Is that Hulk?
You
swatting flies?
You did not say here's a hint correctly. How should you have said it?
Here's a hint.
There you go. That's from Transformers, the 80s animated movie. Oh, that's such a bad
Megatron?
Oh, and you got the Baishojo. No. He showed it's coming out of Coronation Starscream.
They have I don't know if I'm gonna go down that road because it's a lot. They have a Bishojo of Megatron and Optimus.
Oh yeah, I didn't like
Bumblebee.
those. I like Starscream.
Omar, is there any chance of getting
super chat.
A Masterworks reprint poll? I'd hate to wait 10 years or so to get the volumes I'd like to go in order. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ghost Who Walks the Phantom 2040. I talked to David about that, and he said he said they might do popular ones more. Like they might show up more. Like the more popular titles might show up reprinted earlier. And so he doesn't know if they'll stick to that schedule of doing, in the way they were released, or if they'll jump around. So he's still seeing how well they're going to do the Remasterworks program. Dazzler Burst. This is what happened. Those were close sticks.
And then Bar says Black Widow's motorcycle. Alf Star Wars Spirit.
No matter what. Here's the thing. No matter what hint I give. Here's the thing. No matter what hint I give, tomorrow someone's going to be mad going, that's not what he said.
A vacuum cleaner.
That's not what he said. He obviously was talking about the Hulk. Hulk always does. Is that even the sound? I don't know if that's this. That might be the bootleg sound. Right?
I don't know.
Omar, Melanie, have you guys ever thought of hosting a panel at a comic?
That would be awesome.
Comic-Con?
I think it would just be right. Like just answer questions like
it would be me interrupting my wife and my wife interrupting me, her getting mad at me, and people that don't know us being like, why in the world did they let these two idiots up here to interview Chris Claremont?
Maddie wants to help with a MagCon panel, perhaps
MagFest.
MagFest panel, perhaps next year. So that's cool. Wonder Maddie.
She wants to take us to MagFest, which we know some people there, so that would be cool.
Which GIF has a watermark? I don't know. Does that have a watermark?
Are you using a watermark GIF, Melanie? That is not near mint condition.
I'm just trying to find different GIFs every couple of weeks. Oh, we should use our Omni. I'm going to use my OmniFans as a GIF. My OmniFans, I didn't make it. But if we can't put them on Spreadshop, then because
we'll print them ourselves. We'll print them ourselves and sell them on eBay or near mint condition shop. We're open up.
When's that X-Men 97 debuting?
Later this year. I'm sure we're going to get a trailer sometime this summer. I believe it's like August or September. Megatron must be stopped.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joshua.
I don't have a Transformers.
Do you know how much my daughter loves that movie? We just saw that movie last year before we went to a convention, and just a couple days ago, she's like, can we watch it again? Like, she loves that movie as much as I do. So, yes. Getty Images lawsuit incoming. Thanks for that, Woke NATO. But again, Dan on the ball. I'll be wearing my stripy scarf.
No decorative
vegetable though. You can't carry a celery stick.
Then getting goes the copyright channel.
Dude, we love Always Sunny.
Is it necessary to read the Marvel Epic Collection in order, or can you read it as standalone books?
Excellent question. And the way that the epics have been mapped, they're meant to be picked up at any time, and you can read them as standalone stories of that particular time. However, when you get to the Clone Saga, though, that's why they're doing Volume 1 first and then probably Volume 28 to go through the Clone Saga. That's when it gets a little bit tricky because the story doesn't really end. It's a lot easier like in the Silver Age, right? When Ditko and Ramita after that took over the run and kind of became like two-parters, and there wasn't like a big epic storyline that continued through multiple issues. So they're supposed to be standalone is my long-winded answer. So yes, you can pick them up at any time and pick up a random volume and read it and enjoy it and see if it's the character for you.
From Batman Volume 2 Joker War trade paperback, we're going to get Batman Volume 5 Fear State trade paperback. Where are Volumes 3 and 4?
Aren't they in hardcover first? I thought they were coming out in hardcover first. So I don't know. What's up, man? Omar.
Thank you for the super chat.
Morning. Where's the Cat by Spencer review? That will come out next week. I am going to put up a poll, by the way, on YouTube to ask you guys, because I want to know what my viewers think. Like, when should I do the Omnibus previews? The week before the Omnis come out or the week the Omnis come out? I've always liked doing them the week they come out because it's not fresh on people's mind. But people have been wanting me to do them earlier. I don't think earlier than that would be good, because if I do them like a month ahead of time, then that's going to be drowned in like 30 more videos and people are going to have to go and search for it. So I like doing it while it's fresh on people's minds. So I'll take a poll and see what you all want. Just like I did, I asked you all, how you want your overviews, because I can skip around. I can put timestamps. So I kind of met people halfway. I'm now doing timestamps on my overviews where you can just skip to the build of the book and, talk about the paper and stuff like that. Because people love talking about papers. Smash that like button, my dear friends. Thank you, Rahul. Much love back to you, man.
Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to use the Spidey.
How's it going, Camilo?
So I can look at it.
You like it? He likes.
Oh, it is. I didn't even see it says pick mix.
Melanie, get that thing off my channel. This dude, I know this dude likes the Silver Age because I've talked to him a couple times on the comment section. Which Silver Age Omni do you think we're most likely to see first? Ant-Man, Namor, or Sergeant Fury? Out of all of those, I would say Ant-Man first until there's like some kind of Namor movie or something that comes out.
James, thank you. I'll write that down. Try to keep Sunday, February 26th.
This is the underground one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Down in the underground.
Whoa. I thought parody was allowed. Why not Omni?
I don't know. Ask Spread Shop.
Dude, let me tell you something. There's some shirts they're selling on there that are obviously a lot more copyrighted than what we did. So whatever.
Dude, when I was sponsored by Spread Shop, I was like worried about it too, about the copyright, and I was like, I want to get it right. I want the right thing.
And we asked. We had a meeting with that lady, Julie. That's why I remember her name. So, thank you so much, man, for the super chat, Jack Ferry. Viva Pedro Carajo.
You.
If Marvel released 2 Ghost Rider Omnis on the same day, Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch in their own separate Omnis, baby. Oh, you're just making a statement. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd heart
that
too.
Were to happen.
I would love that too, man. That way everybody would be happy, except for the Robbie Rodriguez fans. Is that his last name? Robbie Reyes. Robbie Reyes? Yeah, Robbie Reyes. Why I say Robbie Rodriguez? Is Roberto Rodriguez in the chat? Plus comics from that era of epic collections were of Stan Lee, Jim Shooter, of every comic could be someone's first. Yes, absolutely.
So tomorrow there's a reprint and a new Omni announcement, ? And 2 reprints on Tuesday.
I need to get the reprints videos out ASAP, because if I don't get the reprints videos out, people are going to be wasting their votes for the Omnibus reprint poll. So I will be getting those out. I really should substitute the one that I hinted at for tomorrow with a reprint, but I need to also space them out a little bit. So yes, no, tomorrow are two new Omnis. Tuesdays will be reprints. Sundays will be reprints. I cannot remember the rest.
Yeah, I don't blame
Dean, you were also asking about the Hick Vengers. That one is printed at the iMac printer. And I did on Monday, you'll see the comparison to the first printing.
Bar, thank you so much for the super chat. And I hope I am keeping up with these super chats. Please
look for softcover Omar.
Yeah, no, it's hardcover Melanie.
How does she get the hardcover treatment?
There you go. She get her gift. What is your favorite independent comic you've read recently or ever?
Yeah, Melanie.
Man, that's a good question. Well, God Country, and I'm so sorry that you weren't at the book club. Golly, that's a good question. Can I come back to it? Well, or I suppose I did answer it. God Country. But ever? Yeah, I gotta think about that. Thank you for the super chat. And John? Oh, there's another question for me. Did you just make it Autobots Forever? Wait, make what?
Did you?
Make what?
Did you just make it? He's talking to you. I can't answer these questions. I only answer questions that are Omar.
We talked about the animated movie. John, thank you for the super chat. You get the Pingu. New. Oh. All right. And if you don't know what that's referencing, it's just that Pingu's cute. Somebody has a Pingu profile pic. Matthew, thank you so much for the generous super chat. Thanks for the content, and curse you for continuing to find new collections for me to spend money on. Looking forward to the Green Lantern Corps Omni. Well, here, let me give you the Green Lantern gift, and thank you so much.
Dude, thank you so much for the super chat.
Supporting the channel, and everybody that gives super chats. This really helps, honestly, especially since revenue is down. So thank you.
And I have been looking forward to it. Now, I've shown my custom Omnis. I really hope they kick that off properly and it's mapped right. And they just don't make it a Peter Tomasi omnibus, because the series started before he took over as the writer. So, Ghost Rider Roberto Rodriguez. It is not. Roberto Rodriguez is not a Ghost Rider.
Since Marvel is putting out omnis of recent runs like Venom and Hickman's X-Men, is Marvel phasing out the OHC? It seems like they are printing less. Where's Dr. Doom OHC?
I think when Chris Cantwell blows up and he gets a bigger name working in the industry, I think that's when we'll get it, because that's a very underrated series. And I think Iron Man, I mean, I was a big pusher for that. So I hope people enjoy that book too, because I really like his Iron Man take. And to go back to Matt's thing about Peter Tomasi's Green Lantern Corps,
we'll come back.
That's the sister title to Green Lantern by Jeff Johns. And there were moments when it was better. And I love Jeff Johns' Green Lantern. Batman Volume 3 and 4 in HC were printed in 2021, and no sign of a trade paperback yet. Surely those haven't been forgotten. I did email my contact at DC yesterday about something else, but no word back. So we'll see if that was the only time he got back to me this year, or maybe they'll get back to me sometime. What's up, hermano? ¿Cómo están? Any word on Fantastic Four Volume 5 Omnibus? Not here, not yet. I don't know. I honestly haven't seen that one. Pick one character from each team to make a new one. Alpha Flight, Original, Guardians of the Galaxy, Champions, Micronauts, and Inhumans.
Thank you for the super chat. And that is a great question.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Who has not... I would put it on characters that haven't had that big of a spotlight, though. This one's a little hard because... Okay, let's go with Alpha Flight first then. Box from Alpha Flight. I did like that character. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy. Charlie 27.
That's the character's name, Charlie 27.
Yeah, wow. He's the big guy. Although, I mean, because I feel like Major Victory has had such a big role in every version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Champions, Hercules. Inhumans, Medusa. I've always liked Medusa. Acroyear from the Micronauts. There's my team of wackos. Bug! Should have gone with Bug. He's not a licensed character. They could use him. Hey, Glenn, how are you, man?
Let's see. Do you know if Gotham Central reprint is out of print yet?
I don't think so. Let me check.
And we got a couple more super chats.
Okay.
However, Lionheart is asking me, what is the universal greeting in the Transformers universe?
Yeah, Melanie. You got it.
No, I don't.
Do it.
Bada weep.
Nope.
Something weep.
Just stop right there.
Mini bomb. Bada weep. Grana weep. Mini bomb.
So close. So close.
I need to see it. Look it up. Here, take.
How come I don't give
Joshua some
any Harlequin love? Oh, because Bar hogs all the Harlequin. That's why. Here you go. Thank you for the super chat, brother. There you go. You get Margot Robbie Harlequin.
All right. You ready for this?
How about a Green Lantern Mosaic John Stewart Omni? I'd buy that. I would too. I'm trying to think who the writer was at the time, though, that did Mosaic. No, Steel Freeze did some of the artwork. You were so close.
Baweek Grogna Weep Ninny Bomb.
Yes.
Baweek Grogna Weep
Ninny Bomb.
See, if I see it written, that's easy.
Just need to spam David's inbox with images of Doom on a bear, right? Wouldn't that be a cool freaking spine? I need Red Lanterns. Red Lanterns and Sinestro. I would love to see that collected and even throw in the orange Larfleeze series. What's up, John Carlos? How you doing, brother? Hey guys, hope all is well. Omar, any chance you know if Spencer Cap collects anything those CCs didn't, or are they the same content? Volume 1, I think, did most of the CCs. However, if there's a Volume 2 based on what they did with the Jason Aaron Omnibus and the Ven Omnibus by Donny Cates, they'll probably include Secret War? Is that what it was? No. Oh my gosh. I even see the Hydra logo. What the heck? Secret Invasion? Nope. Melanie, help me out. What was it? What was that?
No, wait. God, no, wait. Diddy Bob.
Secret Origin. Oh my gosh. Something Invasion? No. You got me, man.
Oh, yeah. Trip above.
You got
there
me. What was it? Dang it. It was the crossover that people were like, this is horrible. I'm canceling my comic book subscription. Secret Empire. They'll probably include that. Whoa, that took way too long.
Oh, it did not.
There is your 40-plus-year-old man trying to think of a comic book title. You used Wakanda Forever gift for the Transformers quote earlier. Help a guy and his crappy jokes out here, Melanie.
Okay, first of all, thank you for the super chat. And I know one time I had a Transformers gift, but it was like, what's it called? Inducing seizure inducing, and I just deleted that Marvel Miss Marvel gift because it was kind of flashy. We should take Deadpool instead, please. There you go. It's a joke.
I hope you enjoy that, John.
And Reedy Librarian, thank you. Okay, so to clarify, my question is about the Spider-Man round robin, the Sidekick's Revenge storyline crossover. Do you think we'll get an Omni soon?
Oh, that would have to be in some Spider-Man by David Michelinie, Mark Bagley collection. Even though David Michelinie didn't write that story. Because we have Spider-Man by McFarlane, Spider-Man by Larson, and then, of course, Spider-Man by Michelinie and McFarlane, and all those lead into that era. And that would close the gap between the Larson omnibus and the Clone Saga. But you cannot put the Maximum Carnage stuff in there. I would have to leave that out because that book would be too big. So take out Maximum Carnage, make it a Michelinie and Bagley omnibus, and Bob's your uncle. Is that how it's done?
What does Rocky, Sergeant Slaughter, Roddy Piper, Street Hawk, Matt Tracker and his masked team, Street Fighter, Two Fighters, and Fridge have in common? All were members of G.I. Joe. I did not know that.
The Fridge, yeah. The Fridge was also he had to be a Melway figure. I just got my Sergeant Slaughter one. Are Reckless books standalone, or is there an order to reading them? They're all part, I think, of the same universe, but they can all be read standalone.
Ken, thank you for the super chat. You had mentioned a poll earlier.
Yes.
In the chat. Any news on the out-of-print omnibus reprint poll? Oh,
yes. Is that Radiant Black?
Uh-huh.
They made an animated show of Radiant Black?
I don't know.
Where'd you get that?
I'm trying to get a variety of comic book
That's
gifts.
a variety. That will come out this February. Look for it on the channel here in about 2 weeks, probably, because we're testing it right now to make sure everybody can vote 5 times on what they want, mostly what they want reprinted the most. And then I send that list over to Marvel. It used to be 10 books, then I did 15, and now I'm doing 20. But I'll do whatever they want me to do. If they want me to go back to 10, we'll do 10. So,
okay, going back to the chat, I think I've got all the super chats.
You can.
A Roguish type saying Brubaker's Criminal series is getting a show on Amazon.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ben and others will be happy.
Omar, did DC tell you which Omnis are going to release? Some, but not all. But I can't say a word. Outside of the Green Lantern Corps one that's in the catalog now, hopefully that will come. 90s X-Men questions from Pocket Sand. This is an awesome question. Blue or gold team? Blue, baby. Had my buddy Wolverine. Gold had Storm, though, and Jean, Colossus, and Archangel, and Bobby, and eventually Bishop. But blue had Rogue, Wolvie, Gambit, Cyclops. I'll take it, man. Jubilee. So, yeah, blue over gold. All day, every day. What's up, Aaron? How are you doing?
Thank you for the super chat. Question for the group. Would y'all recommend the King in Black Omni for the full scope of the event, or the Kate's Vin Omnibus for more of the backstory?
Me personally, if you really like the event, go for the omnibus of the event. But to get the whole story that includes the big parts of the King in Black, you can get the Kate's Omnibus. Plus, the Kate's Omnibus is also in great reading order, too. Top 20 is better. Just seeing the list is fun. The list of which one? Top 20?
Mm-hmm.
Of what?
Saying that 20 is better than 10. It's just fun to see the list.
Well, yeah, it's better for you all, right? It's better for us. But I'll see what they can do this year.
Oh, my foot's
falling. Hopefully.
Always blue team.
Super sticker. Omar, I'm currently reading Peter Tomasi's Superman Omnibus and having a good time. Any other Superman books I should read? Oh, I love that book, man. Did you read Batman and Robin? I assume you did, since you're a big Harley Quinn fan. Not that she makes a huge appearance in that anyway. But I always think Death and Return of Superman is one of the best books out there, because you see a variety of a 90s crossover with some bad things and some, of course, expecting, like, the things you expect to happen, but also there's some wonderful moments in there. There's a lot of good Louis Simonson stories in there. Exile is excellent, and the thing is that there's not a lot of Superman in omnibus format. Exile's excellent. I always have a soft spot in my heart for things like Panic in the Sky, and of course Man of Steel. I love those stories. All-Star Superman, if you've not read it, that's a standalone that can be read all in one, and it's not in the main universe.
Suggesting
that's a really good one too.
Superman Smashes the Klan.
Mm-hmm. Superman Smashes the Klan is a remake of an adaptation of a radio program from the 50s, and it's updated. It's by Gene Luen Yang that did that one? Yeah, he did, with artwork by Guri Hido, who has a very manga-ish art style. I'm currently reading Superman Smashes the Klan. Worth a read on. Yes, it's a lot. That one's fun. What's up, Fargate? Omar, maybe in Kentucky to help a friend move. Oh, now you help a friend move. So can get where in Kentucky you going, man? And yeah, hit me up.
For Aaron's question,
BYOB.
Did you? No, just a second. For Aaron's question,
I suggested the Kate's Omnibus to get the whole backstory.
To see what other people suggested.
Got a question. Will New X-Men the animated series Omni be worth picking up, or is it the stories? And the stories are not in any other omnibus, and they're not going to be in any other omnis, because this is a adaptation of the animated series. So those stories from the animated show, the cartoons, the weekly episodes, those are what's being adapted in the comic book, and it doesn't fit into continuity, so it's not canon. Whom here has the original? I don't have any more. And what's their favorite? The original comic book art.
And what's their favorite? Mine is the cover to Scalp 19 by Tim Bradsheet. I'm sad
I never got it.
Ivan Reyes? Green Lantern art. I tell you what, though, Ben in the chat, he's got a lot of original.
He's one of our moderators. He's got some great art.
Let's see. So for the moment, we just have to wait and see what happens with the OnlyFans shirts, etc. Will you keep us updated?
Yeah, of course. We may have to use Redbubble again. I don't know. It's just.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Redbubble.
Sometimes it's weird what they let go through, and then other things they put an issue in. I'm just waiting for them to reply back. So we'll see.
Thank you for Bard that Harley makes an appearance in Superman Batman. No, it was with Robin, right?
Yeah, Batman and Robin. It's not Superman Batman. Because that was before. No. That was after No Man's Land.
So this guy right here has got original art. Did I start reading Criminal? Get a head start for Criminal for the book club?
It didn't win this time, man. What was it? Sarah won.
Yeah, but Ben really wants Criminal.
By Garth Ennis and his editor. No one else worked on that.
So that's part of the Patreon, the $7.77.
We need Map My X time. We need Map My X. Time to get the band back together again. I will send out the X signal again, because I do miss those. I was thinking about Map My Epics with Curtis and my buddy Aaron, because Aaron texted me like how he wants to do the Spider-Man, and I'm like, actually, this will be fun to talk about, because one of my favorite things to do with those Map My. By the way, if you're not familiar with that, about a year, for 2 years, we did this series called Map My X, where we pretend Marvel puts us in charge of the mapping department for Omnis and the X-Men ones, and it's up to us to map each omnibus. And you will see some coming up that we've done, that we mapped for. So there's a little bit of a hint. And we were really good. Let's just say we were really good at what we did. And
good night, Bo.
One of the things we do is we also argue. That's one of my favorite things, is like arguing with them. Like, no, this cannot be in there. We have to put this in here. But I had a lot of fun with that, and I hope we can get back together. I know everybody's busy, and like I said, one of my co-hosts had to take a break, so We will see. The Omni fans will probably block because they got a complaint. If not, probably they don't care. Yeah, probably. Bar, I stay confused.
Does Harley appear in Superman, Batman, or not?
Superman, Batman? Yes. Oh my gosh, Omar, did you get the Warlock Omnibus yet? Yeah, it's right here.
Can you see this fine?
Yeah. I got that in Nova. That's the spine right there. And this is one that's all in one. It's crazy that with that, Nova, and Captain Marvel Volume 1, like all of this era of the cosmic universe at Marvel is being collected in omnibus format. It's nuts.
Let's see. Before
I can't believe they were able to use Yellow Claw.
Mail and Walt's Comic Shop, and I'd like to talk about the poll of people's favorite weapon in a DC comic universe. Good bit saying comics and are in this channel help me with my depression. Like my depression leaves, the leaders like leave, right? So to get rid of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
And I'm really, really glad. And the video that I'm working on is Mr. Miracle by Tom King and Mitch Gerads. It's not it's a
Gerards?
No.
Mitch Gerards?
I don't know. I looked it up and somebody said it differently. Anywho, so that's why I'm working so hard on it, because I think it's a terrific book for people, kind of like cathartic to relate to, who have depression and anxiety. So it's going to be an intense and personal video. That's why I spent so long writing out like the script. So good, but I'm really glad. That's awesome.
De nada, hermano. Y estoy feliz que estás acá con nosotros. Y siempre no dejes de pelear. Hey, I have a question. What do I read before Dark Knight's Metal? At the very least, read the Batman run, the New 52 run by Scott Snyder. At the very least. That's the one that I would suggest reading. Everything else, you'll kind of figure out. I mean, there'll be a few things you're going to be confused about. But, you know, you can go back and read those stories at any time. But at the very least, read the Batman by Scott Snyder. What's up, Bert?
Yeah, I want to get Bert's super chat before we go to Walt's Comic Shop. So, Bert, thank you so much.
Bert's good people. Bert's good people.
Oh, I've got a Supergirl gift. There we go. Do you own and have you read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow?
I did.
Was surprised when Amanda mentioned it was sold out. Does this happen to all adapted books?
Eventually, yes. Books go out of print. There are a few books that are called evergreen that don't go out of print, and usually books that they try to renew the IP for. So books like Watchmen always has a new printing. Sandman will forever stay in print in one way or another. And Dark Knight Returns, I believe that's another one that they try to keep in print. But I think it really surprised everybody how popular Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow did, because it was written by Tom King, and it didn't make it into a standard size hardcover. Usually they go standard size hardcover, trade paperback, and then deluxe edition. So maybe this time they'll reprint it with a deluxe edition too. I mean, obviously, hey, we got to get this out there. Hey, it's Jordan from Brave. Hey, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Him and Jake interviewed me, and I'm going to be back on their show, I believe, in March. So good people. They have a
Brave
podcast,
and the Boys,
and they're also on YouTube. The Brave, and they interview my buddy Jess too. It was good people. So at this moment, if you live in Europe and are interested in buying and pre-ordering Omnis, then you should definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. They actually have a physical store. Well, don't do that.
I'm going to threaten.
Don't threaten people. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books in the EU, and flat rate shipping of €12 for all EU countries. All emails are answered within 24 hours. Superb selection of out-of-print books. Head over to waltscomicsshop.com for more of those books, and they have a code right now, near mint condition, at the checkout, all one word, to get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order of over €40 or more.
Me.
Go for it.
Help me. Sing it, baby.
Walt's Comic Shop. You're I don't sing.
Yes, you do. You sing Buffy the Vampire Slayer music.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting.
Poor Max in cheap graphic novels. He's just like, I don't get that kind of treatment.
I can't. I'll sing a song. Sing a song of the cheap graphic novel.
Okay, you can create one for Max, and Max like, hey man, drop my ads. Your wife is destroying my business. Dudes, 80,000 subs. So proud of you. Every single one earned the right way. Love you both. Little does Kyle know that my mom created 45,000 accounts to sell. Because I happen to live in her basement and I'm yelling at my mom, I'm doing my show right now, you need to create more accounts faster.
So I'm about to open up a box that was sent by Rob, correct?
Yeah, Rob, I think he's in the chat.
Near mint condition, P.O. Box 1678, Versailles, Kentucky 40383. Or you could email us at nearmintcon@gmail.com. We used to get fan art. Send that fan art.
Yeah, you got kids, you better get them kids drawing.
Draw something.
What's up, King Sport Cow? Mel's makeup looks nice today with a little rose right there at near mint condition. Is that rose for me or Melanie? Who's it for? How you doing, brother? I'm happy to get all these Cosmic Story reprints. I hope in the future to get stories like Warlock Infinity Watch. I think if they do Warlock Infinity Watch, we get a modern run of that in omnibus format, then it would have to include the Infinity Watch series and probably aspects of Infinity Gauntlet. They would have to remap all of that, which, some people are just fans of that. Omar, you know something about this? I saw the schedule last year. They were supposed to be out last year, but they didn't come out. The Origins oversized hardcover collections. So I believe now it's been pushed till February or March for some of those reprints. We will see. I've been pretty good. I look forward to our interview in March. It is in March. Also, Omnibug, let us know your new name is near. Omnidog's a hater, man. I sing that man praises and he just hates on me. It's a love-hate relationship. Hello, I bet Omar will sing on the AMA. Probably. Jazz hands! Any news if there will be a new Bendis Omni in Marvel? I think we had great runs on Avengers, and even though his X-Men was okay, I would love to see some more of Omni's of his work. I'm sure those will come. Hello from Phoenix, Robert.
We got snacks.
What's up, Eddie Brock? How you doing, hermano? Next time to make your life miserable with European postage at 100,000. Yeah, we'll see about doing maybe some kind of small giveaway. We are thinking of doing like a live show sometime to celebrate 80,000. Probably sometime this week in the evening. So we'd like to invite you all to that. That rose was for Mel, of course. I don't give men roses. Well, look at you.
Thank you.
Do you have the new Ghost in the shell? I can't seem to figure out if it's oversized. It is as tall as the ones in the box set, but I just ordered it, so I'll be doing a comparison video of that. Hey, Omar, I read a post today about Green Lantern Corps. It's one of the books we talked about, or I talked about with DC, and it's in the catalog now, so I can say that I did talk about that one. Hopefully, knock on wood, fingers crossed, it comes out. So this is from Rob M.A., who's in the, I believe I saw him in the chat. And let me see. Okay.
Raise your hand if you're in the chat.
Hey, man, I just wanted to reach out to you and the family and say thank you for what you do for the comic book community. As you know, 2020 to 2022 been pretty dark years for all of us, and your content really got us through these terrible times. I wouldn't have known more than half of the amazing stories and phenomenal omnis if it wasn't for Near Mint Condition. This care package contains a picture drawn by me.
See? Look at the screen.
That is really good. It's my dude, Wolvie. You were just saying when we used to get fan art.
Yeah.
A book I wrote, a local German comic book based out of Nuremberg? I don't want to butcher that German name.
I think it's an R and an N, so Nuremberg.
Okay. A comic for your kids and some snacks. Make sure you share with the one and only Astonishing Melanie. If it wasn't for you, I'd be a richer man. Your friend, Rob Emmett. Dude, thank you so much. That picture kicks booty. That picture kicks booty.
Put it back in the back here. And
this is the book.
We've got the comic for the kids.
Oh, and it is Nuremberg. Oh, I'm so butchering that. Oh, and he's got things on Uncanny, Omar, and Astonishing Melanie. You're making dreams come true.
So is this Rob?
No, Rob actually has a name. It's Rob M.A., isn't it? If he's in the chat. Unless he's got multiple accounts like my mom. Nuremberg or Nuremberg in English. Nuremberg in English. No, so it's in English. This is in English.
Is this is that?
What's the question, baby?
Oh, I thought it was like a Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know.
The year is 2236. The city of New Gaia is the only remaining city on Earth, and life as we know it is hanging by a thread. It's up to Detective Grease Edges to make or break the cycle of human suffering in this dystopian cyberpunk sci-fi thriller. Cool. Thank you. Wow.
Bros need roses too. Yes, we do. Hey, Omar, did you know if I can jump into Dark Knight's Metal Omnibus, or do I have to read anything before? I thought I answered that one earlier. At the very least, okay, Nuremberg Trials. Got it. At the very least, read Batman by Scott Snyder. Any chance of an epic version of the 80s Marvel handbooks, like the Omnis? I don't know. That one might be tough. I don't know if everything will be in epic format. Like, people want to see Marvel Comics Presents. I don't know. Maybe that will get them. How would they map that? That would be a nightmare to map. Green Lantern Corps better have a green spine and some font as the Tomasi Gleason Omnis. Oh, that would be cool. Or would you rather it match the Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, though?
I'm going to show off as well the candy. Look at this. What is this? It's vegan.
That's candy?
What?
That looks like toys, like UFO toys. You sure that looks like
We got Smurfs. We got Smurfs.
You're going to make my kids eat plastic, Melanie.
Gummies.
Rank these Batman runs: Snyder, King, Tynion. Batman Not Detective. Ooh, Batman Not Detective. And Zdarsky. Oh, that's a tough one. Because if I have to rank the Batman run, which really didn't go the way that he wanted it to go because he left. I would... These
are so cool.
I would say... Oh, gosh, this is tough. I would go Snyder, then Zdarsky, and then Tynion, and then King. But Zdarsky could like destroy it in the last couple of issues, and then that's all she wrote, or he wrote. Wait, was that confirmed somewhere that GLC Omni was happening? It's in the catalog, and it's one of the books I talked about with DC Comics. So who knows? Maybe one day.
I'm gonna feed you.
There he is. Rob is here.
There we go.
What's up, Rob? How you doing, brother? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
My wife's about to eat plastic.
The books you sent?
That is not candy. You can't. That's
what? Shush.
I don't know. What
well,
it is.
It
Omar.
It feels
sticky. Keep the Smurfette away from Omar. This is not the Patreon AMA. I love Smurfette. Omar, I agree with you completely. Why not do a GLC Omni that starts with GLC Recharge by Johns and Gibbons and continue with Gibbons till Tomasi?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I would hope that's what they do to make it more complete.
There's like white powder in the middle. It's really like intense.
I actually love Tynion's run, but it does feel pretty abruptly on. Yeah, because he kind of left to go do Substack and independent stuff. Oh my gosh, my worst nightmare. Flying saucers way too sweet. Or they way too sweet.
Look how intense. You got an alien on this pack. It's just intense.
Marvel Bad, this is your worst nightmare. You've been living a good life. That's all I'm going to say. It's your worst nightmare.
Kal-El said that Authority came first.
Oh, okay.
They're filled with something white powder. Sorry, Alex. I don't... Sour.
Congratulations on 80,000. Thank you so much. And like I said, we'll be doing a live celebration, maybe on Monday. Maybe Monday about 6:00. We can do a live show if that's cool with my wife.
I think.
We'll grab a couple of glasses of wine because I don't want to do it in like when my
brothers. We're going to a winery tomorrow, so we could get a bottle of wine.
White powder equals sugar.
Check the email.
Hopefully.
Or I'm sorry, the calendar.
You can get the Planetary Omnibus for relatively cheap. Absolutely. And if you have a choice, get the Absolute because it has more pages in it.
You have an interview at 8.
It's with those two ladies for their school. They were really sweet. Remember, they reached out to me because they needed it for a school program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we can do the show at 6. Omnibus goes live at 8. And I don't want to. I try not to do the same hours they do. Super excited for the Spider-Verse, Spider-Geddon Omnibus and Immortal Iron Fist. Oh, yes. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I'll start a comic book channel just to get free candies. Is that one?
Smurf. Try a Smurf.
I ain't need
Come
no
on
Smurf.
now.
I ain't need no Smurf. I'll eat one of those UFOs. There's white powder in the middle.
Oh,
it's intense.
You eat a UFO?
Shortly before the raid.
Oh, it's a UFO. I get it.
How did you not get it? It says on the title it's a UFO.
Like Scott Freed, Mr. Miracle, he escapes. His last name is Freed.
Speaking of Green Lantern, Omar, I know Kyle Rayner is your favorite Lantern. Mine too. What stories would you put in a Kyle Rayner omnibus? I would go from the beginning. So I would go from Emerald Dawn all the way up until he became Ion. All the Ion stories, all of the big stories. Actually, that's where I became a Judd Winnick fan. I really like his take on Kyle Rayner. What's up, Reed Comics? Hi, guys. Hope you're doing. Hope you are both keeping well. Cannot wait for you to get that silver button. You've earned it. Thank you so much, man. I forgot they send you something. Do I do the whole thing?
A plaque.
It's a plaque, right?
Yeah.
Like a silver plaque.
I guess so. This is like Chuck E. Cheese. Cash. I'm scared to eat this too because it's so plasticky.
It's got like an acidy taste in the middle.
That's what Alex said.
Are you eating paper?
I know, right? It tastes like paper. I don't know.
Are you sure you're supposed to eat that? Melanie, that's paper.
It says it's vegan.
Melanie, that's for the kids to play with.
Nutrition score of A.
Where I come from, flying saucers are pressed panini style, circular ham sandwich. Oh, that sounds good. If 2023 doesn't bring us an AVP Omni, I'll be super sad, Panda. We need a Predator 2 omnibus first, man.
You should say will be a super sad Panda, Eddie.
This isn't school.
At life.
What is wrong? Are you high on that UFO?
Eddie's Venom.
Oh, that's what.
We are Venom. Come on now.
Is this like when the kids ate the toys and the Kinder chocolate eggs? I think so. Yeah, all those stupid kids ruined it for the rest of us that love those little Kinder eggs. I think they brought them back.
Yes.
Hi, X-Men the Animated Series Omnibus adapts the entire TV series. Seasons 1, 2, and 3, and then the other seasons are in the trade paper, or the 5th season is in the trade paperback. I'm sorry. My spelling corrector does not speak English. Oh, that's okay. My head don't speak English either sometimes.
This is Odie.
I used to slang that white powder. Keep away from the pixie sticks. Congrats on the 80K. So well deserved. Thank you so much. Do you know why the Infinity Crisis Companion, they refer to Shazam as Captain Marvel? That was his name. His name has never been Shazam. The wizard is named Shazam. They gave him the power. But because of lawsuits going from DC to Fawcett Comics, and then the name Captain Marvel coming up for grabs in the mid-60s, Marvel grabbed the name Captain Marvel. But they worked out a deal with DC to let them keep printing Captain Marvel, and he can use his name inside of the comic, but they can never use it as a title on the book.
Pucky.
We need the more you know.
I am Gargamel.
Eating Smurfs. Has she turned into Gargamel? She's more like Azrael. As an American living in Germany, just want to thank you guys for enlightening me on paprika chips. Are those the ones we got?
I thought it was bacon.
Oh, by the way, thank you for the Patreon Discord welcome and for the tutorial. Oh,
you're welcome.
You're very welcome.
It's not very user friendly, so we got a post that explains how to get on the Discord through Patreon.
Who's your favorite Lantern, Melanie? Mine is Kyle Rayner.
The horse.
The horse.
I don't know.
There's no horse.
I heard
Lantern.
He was good. Yeah.
The horse.
Isn't he a horse? He's got like a horse head.
The horse head Lantern? Oh man, where's your brain? Where what are you thinking of?
Is he a cow?
Are you thinking of Kilowog?
No, Oh, I'm thinking of Thor. Am I thinking of Thor?
I don't. Now you're confusing my brain.
No.
I thought that was an easy question, and you just had to go with the horse.
Somebody. What am I thinking of?
Are you thinking of the Orange Lantern, the guy with the long Larfreeze? No. Okay, I'm lost. Hey Omar, what's your favorite era for Ghost Rider? Oh, Danny Ketch. I'm born in '78, and Danny Ketch came around the time when I was finishing out middle school, going into high school. That is not.
That's not it. Who is it?
Omar, do you see that DC getting their house in order, and we will see more now that James Gunn seems to be in charge of everything? Of course, we all want him to be the savior that we need, right? I'm sure he's got his hands full, but he seems to, he's respecting the idea that these comics come from. These stories that they're adapting come from comics. So I would like to see that get in order. So yes, I have high hopes. Yeah, you get a silver play button in your main condition. When you get it, you must put it in your background. I'm gonna cover it with fan art. Is it a button? Do I get a raise? That'd be nice. Gnort's the dog, though. What are you thinking about? The horse. Yeah, that's what
Beta Ray Bill!
Holy.
Who is he? Is he a Thor character?
In my head, I'm like, yes, he's Thor. Or he's one of the Thor Corps. Oh my gosh, I thought you meant like a horse.
No!
I was like, is she thinking of the super pets? Thank you for that translation, Beta Ray Bill. Oh my gosh. Melanie, you're thinking of Thor. Beta Ray Bill. Yeah. Thank you all for correcting my wife. This is what I live with. I just want your Young Justice season 5. I don't need movies, just more Young Justice. I really hope Doom Patrol doesn't get canned. I hope we get another season of Doom Patrol because that show is so underrated and so beautifully done. Right, Jessica Cruz and Simone Bass. Yeah. No, Simon. Bojack Ray Bill. Got my work 8 reading Ellison Miller. Authority now. DCEU project has been announced.
These are individually wrapped.
Hey, Omar, did you see my comment on your OmniFans community post? It's pretty funny. You should check it out. I think you will like it. I will go and look. Right now, that is out of print. It might have been a limited print run, apparently. I think James Gunn is trying to adapt All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison in the Superman Legacy movie. I know that it's not an origin movie, and if they adapt Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman, I hope he borrows heavily from it. I don't want an adaptation because we've got the animation adaptation. That rhymes. And we have the book. So to me, the adaptation of a story doesn't have to be word for word or panel for panel. It can be inspired by, as long as they stay true to the tone of the story. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. What is this, baby?
It's good.
Hanuta? Like, is this Nutella?
Yeah. What's thicker than a Snicker? Not really. It's as thick as a Snicker.
Why don't you read that in my mouth? Okay. Okay. That is really good.
I think James Gunn is...
I already read that one. Oh. Sorry. If you could combine 2 characters amalgam style who hadn't been combined before, who would you pick?
Make it scary like in Undertale.
Oh, baby.
Amalgam characters.
Rogue and Big Barda, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me. In book format. Rogue and Big Barda. I don't even know if she...
Oh, my gosh.
Like, what kind of powers does she have? Who cares? Who cares? Ooh, or Big Barda and She-Hulk.
Although Big Barda's my favorite character in Mr. Miracle. Where'd you get those t-shirts from? Like, maybe 2 years ago. It was from T-Turtle, which they usually kind of, like, rotate, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, sweetie.
My wife absolutely loves it. Yeah, they're fun. Like, a couple of shirts.
You made what, baby?
The pastoroni thing.
Sure, I'll eat it for lunch. Thank you.
Okay.
Anything else? You want to come and say hi to people? You get your butt over here and say hi to Lydia. Uno. Dos. Ven aquí. Lydia wants to say hi. Her parents did not force her to come say hi. Lean in, baby, and say hello. We have a Black Panther Mighty Marvel Masterworks review coming out next week. We filmed it last week. I just haven't had a chance to put it out. And they're reading Namor next. I love doing those. Te quiero, mi vida.
James says hi.
What is your excitement level for the new Ant-Man movie? It's Kang, my favorite villain. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Any word on a Terminator omnibus? Deathstroke? No. Arnold? No. I don't even. Who owns the rights to Terminator these days? Was that part of the Fox acquisition? So is it Marvel now? Because I don't think it's Dark Horse anymore. IDW has RoboCop. So maybe it's Marvel. So no word. Junior Mints on stream equals more thumbs up, likes. Oh, thank you. They're one. I love my kids, man. I'm actually going to take them to comic book stores today. Thoughts on Spider-Man Blue and Immortal Hulk? Bang, 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 bang. I love both of those stories. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't open up the cola ones. The collector's just saying IDW question mark?
I don't know. Is it IDW? I thought it was. You might be right. I mean, it might be IDW. They just haven't done anything. Is Kang my all-time favorite villain? He's my favorite Avengers villain. So I'm ready for him. And he looks true to what Kang looks like in that costume. Oh my gosh, does he look good? So yeah. All you poozers, yes, somebody's quoting Kilowog. No, thank you.
Oh, it smells so good.
What is that? That smells like cola.
Hey, Josh.
Afternoon, Josh. Who's the actor that's supposed to be Clark Kent? Henry Cavill? I don't know.
Aiden, my top 3 favorite heroes in fiction. Warren from Final Fantasy X. Satan from Xenogears, because he is a hero. And Spider-Man.
Wolverine, Guts.
Guts. Okay, Orin, Guts, Spider-Man.
Oh, this is tough. If I only had to pick 3. Kamina, probably. Guts, Wolvie, Nightwing. No, I like Nightwing. Nightwing over Kamina. So yeah, there you go. Oh, that's hard though. Is that like Trunks?
Atticus Finch. Oh my god.
Gregory Peck is not a fictional character.
No, Atticus Finch is a fictional character, and I would leave you for him.
Oh my gosh, dude. What is wrong with you? This is Saturday morning stream. Hey, Omar, I just tuned in. Did I miss the Long Shot Gallery edition announcement? Yes. Robot from Laputa Castle in the Sky. Right?
Oh, we had our picture taken with that robot.
When we were in Japan.
Wait.
No. I do have another gallery edition I don't think I've announced yet. Let me get the cover for Marvel and I'll announce it on the next Saturday stream. But please remind me.
Kal-El, yeah, I mentioned Xenogears.
She loved. Oh my god,
dude! My first Japanese RPG on a PlayStation was
Here we go.
Saga Frontier, which was pretty, but it wasn't that good. Then I went to Xenogears.
Here we go.
Oh, I could listen to hours and hours of analysis of Xenogears. I own the perfect works in Japanese. I went to because he had one. I said, "Don't sell it. I don't care. 2 copies in case one of them burns."
Why are we burning books? What's happening that's going to cause me? No, what?
Dark Horse on the Terminator.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I don't know who does anymore. That's a good question.
Oh, I forgot about Bob. Oh,
Bob looks like a granny.
Full honest. There's so many fictional people I'd leave you for. Well, look at John's list. Indiana Jones, Peter Parker, and Swamp Thing. Oh, that's an eclectic list.
Those are some heck of a heroes, man. That's awesome. Indy's awesome. I do love Indy.
No. Go Set a Watch Mission not exist. Nope. That was a what she had to write to get to this story. Of To Kill a Mockingbird.
I think Harper Lee by that point was. Well, I mean, she passed
away. No, she wrote it first.
I know, but they waited for her to pass away to
and then print it. Because she would have been like, no, that's not the story I wanted to tell.
I have to say though, that is one of my favorite book adaptations to movies. Why is my dad trying to FaceTime me? All right, can you take over for a second?
Sure. I gotta take a picture of this. Thank you for recommending that. Retrograde Amnesia. That sounds familiar. I was watching State of the Art podcast in their review of it. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Captain America, and Captain America. All Steve Rogers. Let's see. Hey, Maximus Jackson. Keep catching you guys late. And that's okay. And Kenneth, thank you so much for the love. Hey, Big Stu in Orlando. What's upcoming on the bestest channel ever this week?
Everything's okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me see. I actually sent a list to Taylor, so he'll be putting it on our social media.
Hey.
And of course, everything's subject to change. Sunday's breaking news, and then top 11 anticipated graphic novels in February. Monday's the X-Men animated series, Omnibus. I can't do a premiere video. I have to take my mom to the doctor, so I can't join you guys for that. And then in the afternoon, Avengers by Hickman, Omnibus Volume 1, first look. And then we'll probably do the Celebration 80,000. You know, if you want to join us for that sometime that evening, probably 6 o'clock. Tuesday is breaking news. And then Avengers Kree Skrull War. Gallery edition first look. No trays this week because there's only 2 trays coming out. I'll put those in the next video next week. Old Reader, New Reader at 8 p.m. It's Lonely at the Center of the Earth with Maddie and me and Tina. We'll be on that show. Wednesday's Blade of the Immortals 7 and the Berserk Deluxe Edition. And was it really that good? At 9 p.m. we're going to do The Dark Knight. Was it really that good? The movie. Thursday's Hidden Gems. I'm back.
Hidden Gems.
And the Mighty Marvel Masterworks Black Panther Family Review. Friday is the Sin City overview, all 7 deluxe editions, and comparing it to the Big Damn Sin City, and then Saturday is the Q&A, and that's it. Like I said, some things might change, but I think that's what I have for the calendar this week.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Cody's worried about those Hickvenger spines.
Yeah. So in my video, I did show, you'll see it on Monday, how the spines on the second printing aren't aligned like the first printing. Not that the first printing was aligned beautifully or anything, but it did make an A. The second printing, it's like the second book has like almost a full A on it instead of half the A. At this point, I think that's going to be a mass release. That's the way they're all going to be released. Wishful thinking, of course, is that it's just my copies. And it could be the direct market copies that are like this, and the standard edition copies are fine because they've never had direct market covers. I don't know until the books come out. I was only sent 2 direct market covers. So we will see, I mean, if that, I realize that spines are important to people. I get it. But don't let it keep you away from reading that story because it is a really good story. I'd hate for something like that to keep people away from reading it because it's so good. And the first printing came and went. Why do they hate matching spines? I can't answer that either. I don't know. I mean, could be, my thoughts are that they sent the same file that they had with the first volume, but it went to another printer. I don't know. Could be a variation of things. Any chance of getting X-Men Messiah trilogy reprinted or an omnibus? I say there's a bigger chance for omnibus editions than reprinted at this point. Just brag. That guy gets a... Oh my gosh, get Max out of here.
So Rob's saying don't forget to share some of this.
Yeah, Melanie.
Oh, no, of course I will. We got a snack box. It's Pusheen. I'm glad you like that. We'll be drawing it.
It's awesome, dude.
Also, book can be a little graphic just in case your kids try to read it. Thank you for
we will keep that in mind.
Letting us know. In fact,
Omar, not only did I complete my 4 weeks of working out, eating better, but on my Omni reading, read Classic X-Men Omnibus and almost done with the new Secret
Wow,
Wars
look at you. You're on fire.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. Are you reading while you're working out? Like, some people have like a treadmill or a stationary bike. Do you think we'll ever see a reprint of Mark Waid's Daredevil Omnis? That was in our top 20 most wanted last year. So odds are probably. Super sticker. Thank you, Bar, for the super sticker. Why are you doing the Darcy? Okay, she don't deserve Darcy, that's for sure. Bar is not Darcy worthy.
Thank you, Bar. Hardcover Melanie, my sweet blue poison ivy with sugar high. What you reading right now? I just finished volume 2, the perfect edition collection of 20th Century Boys manga, and it's amazing because it's sci-fi and mystery, and there's wonderful art and all these twists and turns, and I never can remember the mangaka's name.
Oh,
Urasawa. Man, he's on point with everything he makes.
Me?
And
yep. Made 2 kids.
Did I read something else? I feel like I'm still reading My Hero Academia when I eat. I just finished volume 12 this morning.
That's about the only manga she's allowed to eat with. Like, 'cause I don't let her eat with my Omnis. Omar, thoughts on the DCU slate? I am super excited. Batman, the gosh darn Batman. Super excited. I actually did a video with the amazing Amanda on Wednesday. It was a live video with our reactions and talking about like what we would like to see. I want to make another video with her, like talking about who the perfect directors would be for these projects. And, maybe fan casting, because she has a lot of fun with those. Omar, you have the Thor Omni. It's coming in more than 3 months. Which, wait.
The Jason Aaron one?
Oh, that one back there. The volume 4. Volume 4? Yes, I believe that one comes out. No, I thought it was due out in April. Did it get pushed back again? Dude, what's up? How are you doing, Kristen? Where all the cool peeps backing that summer vacation Kickstarter? Oh, Reed's having a Kickstarter. So this is Kristen. She's the host of the Comic Slayer. She was featured on our YouTube content creators best books of 2020. what was last year? 22. She's also the co-host of Fangirls Assemble with Maddie. She's been on this channel several times, and her husband, Reed Chancellor, has a bunch of graphic novels that are out. Some of them dealing with depression and it's punk, right? Gosh dang it, that book's on my pile to read. But he has a recent Kickstarter too, and it's called Summer Vacation. So thank you for that. And
I know where it is.
You do?
I think.
Okay.
Let me see if this is what you're talking about.
Manga Eater Melanie. Authority movie was a huge surprise. Same. I felt the same way, man. Think 4 is May now. Any news on Hickman Era New Mutants Collected Edition? Nothing yet.
Yeah, about it.
Marvel is pushing Omnis back by months, even when they already printed and being sent to reviewers. But that has nothing to do, because I get mine from the printer. That has to do with distribution. That is Hardcore Anxiety. It's a graphic guide to punk rock and mental health.
Look at me! I know where something was in this library.
Thor Omnibus Volume 4 is now May 17th, or 17th of May, 2023. Thank you, Reed, for that.
Oh, and James got the link. Thank you in the chat.
This is Summer Vacation by Reed. Here, let me pin it. And of course, I gotta wait for all the chats to catch up. Oh my gosh, I hate the way YouTube doesn't autoplay these things. Used to be that you could leave a video running in the background, but for some reason, with the latest update on YouTube, like you can't leave your video running in the background. It is
every once in a while it works.
Stupid. All right, so that is now pinned to the top.
Videos play. Oh,
and people can now go and see it.
Fancy.
So the distribution is still that much of an issue? Oh, absolutely. If you don't have a full-time distribution at your port, or distribution working here, and then you don't have the people working at the ports, ain't no book's going to get sent out. But I mean, it's not as bad as it was last year. Books are actually coming out, obviously, right? Because there were some months that I didn't get anything, and I remember messaging David, and he's like, oh my gosh, now I have to check this out. Good day, guys. Any word on the final volume of Epic Ecstatics, Volume 2 of The Question? Gracias. Not yet, brother. I am hoping... I'm hoping Ecstatics is one of those books that gets turned into a modern epic collection. I would say so.
There's Reed.
Hey, that's the dude on the cover. That looks like you. Not like that, but you know.
Yeah.
Red hair.
Encourage everyone to check it out. Omar learned something new.
I'm learning every day, dude. I married a teacher for that reason. Thank you, Omar. We are hoping to hit that stretch goal to make all books card cover. There's an awesome limited vinyl. Hey, man, if you want to jump on the show and talk about it, we can do that too, okay? Not that you can answer me right away. You're watching later. I'm currently expanding my Marvel Omni collection. I have almost all X-Men Omnis. Can you recommend a top 3 must-have? Someone, one of my Patreons that I'd have a one-on-one with was like, hey, can you curate me an essentials list of absolutes? And I said, yes. But it's my opinion, and some of these are out of print. And he said, that's why I asked you. And I don't care that they're out of print. Yes, I can definitely curate you a top 3 must-have. New Warriors Volume 1, New Warriors Volume 2, and New Warriors Volume 3, which is not made. No, I'm kidding. Don't. But you like X-Men and you want to stray from X-Men. Don't do that, first of all. Don't ever leave X-Men behind. You want to try out other properties. This is such a awesome idea for a video, too. Like, top 10 Marvel Omnis for new readers. Okay. If I only have 3 to choose, though, I would go with... Oh, man. Let me ask you something. Can I ask you a follow-up question? What era of X-Men are you enjoying? Are you into the classic X-Men, like the Bronze Age X-Men with Uncanny? Or do you like the Silver Age? Or do you like modern X-Men?
Okay, so I'll keep an eye out for Patrick's
response. Let me ask you that, and then I can answer that a little bit better. Omar, did you see James Gunn selling out comics? Selling out. Yes. Great to see him help the industry and getting new fans into it. Wish Marvel could do something like this. What I want Marvel to do is to actually put up books at the movie theaters, because I'm tired of seeing Thanos cups. I'm tired of seeing the Thanos t-shirts, the onesies, and no comics out there. every time I go see a movie, they're always merchandising with everything else. And I realize that's how IPs work. But if this stuff is based on the, an actual book, then why not have the books out there? Like, that is the perfect time to do it, is when people are walking out of the movie going, man, that Ant-Man movie was the bomb, yo. Boy, do I have an epic collection for you, or I have a Marvelverse book for you and the kids. Like that seems to me like logical marketing. And I don't know if your movie theaters do that, but everyone I've been to here in Kentucky or anywhere I've been, whenever we watch movies, never have anything like that. They usually have, like I said, merchandising like t-shirts and cups and pop figures. And it gets like to the point of like, how do you push the comic? Not even in the freaking movie screen do you say these stories were inspired by these comics until the very end credits, and who the heck stays for those? And if you're staying for those, you're talking to your friends waiting for the after credit scene. It's the special thanks. After the special thanks, you see the, but after this, okay. But I mean, I'm saying most people don't though. Man, I get really passionate about these things, and it seems like a waste of time.
I can tell.
Yeah, I'll work the booth for free, man.
Patrick responded, however, what about Anthony asking about the chances of Hate Avengers Volume 1 going out of print within the first week of getting it released, do you think?
I think books these days, at least as of now, before Marvel starts to cut the print run down a little bit, as of now, I think that book is okay for a bit. But then again, I thought the same thing with Ultimate Spider-Man, and that took about a month to go out of print. But it is coming back to restock. Ultimate Spider-Man, Uncanny 1, and Thor by Jason Aaron, and Fantastic Four 1.
Patrick's saying I love Claremont's X-Men. I also have Fantastic Four Hickman, Hick Avengers already in Omni format. Love big, long stories.
Jason Aaron's Thor. Go with Jason Aaron's Thor. JMS Spider-Man. And you might as well read the bad stuff in Volume 2. Seriously. And for my third pick... So you have Fantastic Four and Avengers covered.
And Patrick loves complex stories.
Annihilation. Annihilation will introduce you to the modern cosmic era, which is phenomenal. Scan this QR code to enjoy a free comic book based off this movie. Things like that I would love to see, man. Like, we have to push these books because like, I think maybe local comic book stores try to do it, but this should be a move by the publishers to do this, whether it's Marvel or DC. I know they gave away variant covers of Jeff Loeb's Long Halloween when Batman came out. Things like that, I think, were, great. Sure, most people are going to end up giving them this to a kid or giving them away or trashing them, but you may gain a couple of people that read these books and stay with them for life.
Let's see. Honestly, I'm tired of the MCU's impact on comics. I don't think anything memorial has come out of this kind of synergy. I mean, just do a tie-in adaptation like the old days.
I would be okay with that. What's up, Brandel? Oh, I know this is a comic book show, but I watch a show called The Chosen, and the way I'm beginning to go...
And they say
And they say I'm beginning to go and read the Bible in the first episode, but we can't get this in the Marvel or DC movies with the comics. Right. That's what they should do. If you're enjoying this, go and check out these stories that the movies are based on. I've always had a problem with that. I've talked about it so many times, and anytime it's brought up, I get really passionate about it, and it just makes sense, right? You hear creators go on about how they don't get any cut from any of these things, and but those are stories that are being shared through channels like this or the media that comic book people go and check out, right? It's not like widely out there. The people that need to be told about comic book stories, like, that should be everywhere, not just in like channels like this or oh man, is Newsarama still around? I can't even remember anymore if Newsarama's still around or not. Comic book resources, places like that. Hello, you beautiful people. Thank you so much, Morgan, for the super chat. Any chance of an Ant-Man omnibus? Also, did I miss the poll? Where do you guys usually post? On Patreon? It will go early on Patreon after my video, and then it will be available everywhere. But you have a week to post, so there's no rush, right? Like, you're not missing it. And you haven't missed the poll. To answer the first question, I don't know about an Ant-Man omnibus. Probably one day. I think that has to That has to come.
Kyle wants one too.
I think that will have to come. And as far as the poll, that will be out in about 2 weeks' time. So keep an eye on the channel. I'll make the announcement of all the books that are currently out of print, and you get to vote. And I say 2 weeks' time because that gives me enough time to get the videos out of books that are being reprinted, so you don't waste a vote on a book that's going to be reprinted. What's up, Doc Holliday? Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Superman by Peter Tomasi was great. A beautiful story arc, father and mother with their dependent child, regarded as a basic social unit. Your thoughts on basic fundamentals of social values and comic story arcs?
My Superman GIF has the watermark too.
Oh my gosh.
Deleted.
All right. So my thoughts on social values and comic story arcs. I think a lot of people look to comics as a means of where to get ideals from and, morals sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. There are people that grew up without a parental unit that look to comics for heroes that they can mimic and stuff. And I knew a kid when I was in 5th grade. He lost his dad. I can't remember. It was accident or cancer. It was a long time ago. But we bonded over Wolverine and talking about how he was taking care of Kitty Pryde. And, he would make little comments like, man, it'd be cool to have Wolverine as your dad, right? Like, he's a pretty cool character. Now, I don't know if this kid grew up and started smoking stogies and playing poker or going to bars, but, it was really cool to see that back then. So as far as having the fundamentals of social values in comics, I think they're still there, of course, right? Be good, do good. That's the basis of every superhero story that we read about. And you also learn that people are flawed. Heroes are flawed. And there's always, not everything in the world is black and white. You're going to have gray area, and that's okay. That was a big push back in the 90s and early aughts with characters like the Punisher, right? So I look to stories like that. I'm a father now of 2 little girls, so of course I gravitate towards those stories like Superman when he's a dad, or Batman and Robin. So those stories mean more to me now than I think they would have when I was younger. And then there's just some stories with pure fun, like Berserk and The Boys. I just love, like Luther Strode, stories that I don't really look for fundamentals of social values in. I just want to have some fun and forget about life for a while. Somebody brought up The Boys, except with The Boys. There's no better values than those in the first issues of Spider-Man. Great to give out to kids. Absolutely. I agree. I look up to Homelander. What is wrong with you, Bar? Don't answer that question. Recently got the entire run of Hellblazer, but for some out of print. Do you know if DC is planning on reprinting the Vertigo out of print trades, or is it content with only having digital version now? As of right now, I don't know. If they come back, they'll come back as a Black Label line. I never thought I'd describe Berserk as fun.
That was an odd word choice. How do Vendetti's runs on Green Lantern compare to John's and Tomasi?
Underrated. Solid. Yeah, good.
Is Spider-Man still a boat in the first issue?
In Spider-Man 1? I know he let the crook get away, and you saw what happened, so he had to learn values the hard way. Any hints can you give us on your combo with D? No, I can't say a word, man. That stuff was... Because if I say something and then it doesn't happen... That's why I didn't say anything about Green Lantern Corps. Because if it doesn't happen and it still couldn't, then people are going to be like, dude, you said that these books were coming. So I don't even want to play that. Like, with Marvel, it's a little bit easier because I know the books will come. With DC, things were off record, and I can't say a word.
Corey, actually, we both have read Norse Mythology by Gaiman. My thoughts are
the books
that
the
I
comic.
did like the prose book more than the comic, and I'm not quite sure why. I did a video comparing it. I don't remember my reasonings. I guess let me go back and watch it. I really like Gaiman's tone and his sense of humor when retelling these stories. Oh, it's so much fun. And the the art is gorgeous. Maybe just it's not my personal choice taste.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. And it felt for me the story went more smoothly in a prose book format.
What are your favorite non-canon or semi-canon media tie into comics? I really like the X-Files ones from over the years. Media tie-in to comics, non-canon. Media tie, like, I'm trying to think, like adaptations of the comics, like X-Men animated series or Wolverine and the X-Men, that stuff. X-Files. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking for. Maybe I can. Maybe you can clarify a little bit.
Oh, Justin, I love me some minimalism videos. They suggested to you with the giant comic hall next to it.
Dude, my wife gets some crazy idea about buying a tiny home. I'm gonna roll her butt down the road with that tiny home because I'm gonna make sure it's got wheels.
I read the book of Norse mythology. I really liked it. Made the myths less dry and more direct translations. Yes, that's a good way of putting it. And you're welcome, Corey. Yeah. For gaming, I recommend Ocean at the End of the Lane and Coraline.
Like that
for
book.
Mythology, I just recommend people to go for Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry?
What? He did some mythology work?
Need to dip out now, but thank you for a great time. Have a great rest of you too, man. 10 minutes left. My time flies.
Argue with my past reasoning.
Gaiman reads. The book. Okay.
Give me a pitch.
About Bitterroot.
Oh, and why did get that Omni that's coming?
So it's about the Sangrier family that's hunting demons, and it's told in the 1920s, and it really feels like an anime, and it's this rare era, this musical Renaissance era, for African Americans here. So it's already this like obscure era that not a lot of movies or TV shows or books are based on or tell stories about, and they make it into like a supernatural fantasy story. And the artwork is killer. And each one of the family members of this family have like superpowers or some kind of powers, supernatural powers. Dude, it's so good. It's one of the most underrated books that Image put out. I'm so glad it's coming out in hardcover format, all complete, all in one and done. I've become an Omnibus collector, and I think your videos helped. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Are those DC archives there in your thumbnail? You could change those out to Omnis.
I'm looking for
Stephen Fry has 3 mythology books: Mythos, Heroes, and Troy. Very British. I love them.
I love me some British.
Okay. What's up, Break Gear? Can you show the cover for X-Men Adventures Omni? I don't have it. I was wrapping up reading it to do my video tonight. I think it's upstairs. When could we expect... What was that question, baby? When could we expect Thor by Jason Aaron Volume 1 in store? So happy for the announcement. I think that one comes back in stock in March or April. I want to say Uncanny 1 is in April. Just as a heads up.
Okay.
Daredevil taught me Catholic guilt. You can't find the follow-up or what he wanted?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, but gosh darn, Batman was saying no, like comic spin-offs from shows and movies, comics based on other media. That's how I...
comics! Okay, comics based on other media, what I liked? The Guiding Light crossover at Marvel. No, I'm just kidding, which is a soap opera. For some reason, they had a Guiding Light one-shot?
These are the days of our lives.
I always like the things like Saturday Night Live on Marvel Team Up.
What? That exists? That's cool.
Sadly, they can't reprint it because of copyright, so it's not going to be in the Marvel Team Up masterwork. David Letterman, Spidey, like things like that. I don't know. Marvel always seemed a little more real. But honestly, Buffy? Buffy was a good comic adaptation. Especially season 8 of Buffy was solid.
And Cody's saying Angel
and Faith, yeah. Those are good. Thank you so much.
Team up. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, brother. Seriously.
Girl, love your videos.
Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you all for being here.
Let's see. We got a couple more.
There's
John is saying, actual real question. As an immigrant, no, they're all real questions. As an immigrant, was part of the appeal of X-Men to little Omar their outsider nature? Sorry if this question is too personal.
No, not at all.
He talks all the
time. That's not an X-Men.
I don't got the X-Men.
You've got freaking Radiant Black, who doesn't even have an animated show.
I'm trying to get a variety.
We didn't get enough tiffing today. Yes, absolutely, 100%. I saw, X-Men was like a second family to me. I didn't speak the language. I got into a lot of fist fights growing up because, kids are mean. And that is not new. Kids have always been mean. Kids are always going to be bullying people for being fat, skinny, freckles, redheads. Doesn't matter. Kids will find a way to pick on you, and they will feed on that. And I got into a lot of fist fights with little punks that couldn't fight. All they could do is just run their mouths. And I would get in trouble a lot because I also didn't speak the language. So I didn't win every fist fight. I can tell you that much. But yeah, so I would go home and read X-Men. That was my second family. That was my escape from reality because, I didn't speak the language. I couldn't make friends. I didn't think I'd ever make friends because I didn't speak English. So I think I related a lot to that outsider part. And I think that's why most people that get into X-Men can see that in themselves, right? Like they weren't the first pick for basketball or the first pick for running or whatever, right? Or you feel like an outsider because you're the only one in your class that's a minority, and whatever minority that might be too. So yeah, absolutely, man. To this day, that's why they will always play a special part in my heart. Let's see. Super Sticker, thank you so much for that bar. What do you got?
I got Harley. There we go. And the question. Where's your question? There we go. Hardcover Melanie, are you going to include earlier hours on the next book club poll? Pretty please. Well, thank you for the super sticker, and yes, I will. Thank you for reminding me. Nope, go away.
How many stickers does Bar get?
Go away. And Jack Ferry, thank you for the super chat. Harley Quinn putting on shirt gift.
Do you have that?
Like Harley Quinn putting on a shirt? I'm sorry, I don't know. Reference. I'm gonna give you
Radiant Black.
Harley Quinn.
Oh my God. Thank you, Jack Ferry.
Jeez, I need to download some
new material.
Yeah.
Omar, any idea when the Miracle Man Omnibus will get restocked? I think that's coming out in a couple of months too. It came and went. That was a huge seller for Marvel, and rightly so because it is a very important story. Adult though. Fights aren't fun. Just recently got into one in a nightclub where there were 3-on-9. I did not do well, dude. Yeah. I don't recommend it to anybody, but I also don't recommend people to stand down from bullies. Like that's just something I've never stood for. Or people like my brother getting picked on. I remember kids throwing a rock at my brother. No, never mind. I'll save that for the AMA. Hey Omar, now that Supergirl movie announced based on Tom King's Woman of Tomorrow, you think there's a chance for an Absolute? I think there's a better chance for a deluxe edition. Absolutes take a little while to make. So yeah. We'll have 30 Harley gifts and no X-Men gifts. That's the way
I don't get X-Men.
Hey Omar, just wanted to say thanks for getting me into comics. I remember seeing your Ultimate Spider-Man video after trying to watch clips from the show. Went from 0 traits to nearly 50. Now that's what I'm talking about. Omar, do you know if the Art Adams Omnibus announced for August has been delayed? It has, since it hasn't been solicited. I shared the... Where did I share it? I shared the schedule with our Patreons. So on our Patreon, I'll let people guess like what the empty slots are going to be. I give them a kind of a rundown of what I get from Marvel and let them fill in the blanks. It's a lot of fun. But in there, it shows that that particular omnibus has been moved to December. Try and be black in the South, Omar. Yes, X-Man, what's my jam? See what I'm saying? No matter what, I mean, you will always find to be the outsider, and that's what kind of gets you to X-Men. That's what I love about them, because I think most people can relate. Most kids can relate at that age. Hey, checking in late. What's up, Brett? Omar, what's the chance of a volume 2 of The Question Omnibus? Loving the volume 1 currently. I think those books were done before the big shake up at DC, so the chances of that one coming are really good. Nearly the end of the show. So big thank you, Omar and Melanie. Also, congrats on 80,000. Well done, guys. Have a nice weekend. You have a nice weekend, man.
Do the new announcements of Marvel Omnis have classic gold, silver, and bronze age books or reprints?
Oh gosh, hold on a second. Reprints, yes. No golden age. Silver? Is there silver? I already announced Hulk 2, so I would have answered yes. So Hulk 2. More of what about modern? A lot of modern stuff. Can't remember what else I haven't announced. I'm sorry. Omar, do you think we'll ever get an Ant-Man omnibus since they started doing? Yes. I answered that a little bit earlier. Yeah, I think so. I think that will come before we get a Namor omnibus. Omar, can we see the Hickmangers reprint? I think normally I would say yes, but I don't know where I've put it. My video comes out on Monday. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would have shown it. On the reprints pulled, are we able to select that have not been included in Omnibus or don't have enough content for an Omnibus? Usually what I'll do is kind of like we did last year with Extinction Agenda and X-Men Days of Future Present. Usually I'll put an X-Men previously released in OHC format that Marvel could potentially release in Omnibus format. And that worked a couple of years in a row because we got Inferno and we got Fall of the Mutants. So you all made that happen for voting for those. And those were originally published in Omnibus format. Please say no. No one needs anything older than that. Oh my gosh, woke Dado.
New Spooky Channel saying, congrats again on the 80,000 subs. Before you even know it, we'll have 80,002. And remember, is it 80,002? To harness your psionic blades on slicing that like button, everyone.
Oh yes, please hit that like button. Thank you all.
So it is 102. How many more questions?
Let's do 5 more questions since we were running late.
Okay.
And that's all due to stupid technology.
All right. Do you think Boom will ever bring the new Irredeemable Universe HCs outside of Kickstarter?
Yes. Yes, because they did the same with Power Rangers, and I assume they'll do the same with Giant Days.
You think that West Coast Avengers and Iron Man by Melanie are going to be reprinted soon? Those are my whales.
If you vote on them, and if enough people vote on them.
What's your thought on Paul Cornell's take on Wolverine when he had him lose his powers? Felt out of character to me.
When I interviewed Paul Cornell, he said, hey, I know you're an X-Men guy. With a British accent, of course, he said this. Please don't ask me about Wolverine run because I'm not a fan of it. And I was like, good, because I'm not either. But I still love everything else you did. So I wasn't a fan of that run. A lot of it, of course, was pushed by editorial. He had no idea Wolverine was going to be killed off. And he was like, what? I have to write how he's dying? Batman suit debate. Blue and gray or black and gray? Superman suit debate. Trunks or no trunks? Trunks. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Trunks
Blue
and
and
Superman and maybe black and gray for Batman.
This is a really good question from Larry.
So this is the 5th one.
What good work from John? Okay, we'll do one more. What good work from John Buscema can you recommend? Buscema. Conan. If you've not seen his Conan, that is his love project. That was what he wanted to do forever. Sadly, he was so good and fast that Marvel moved him to other projects. You know, I fell in love with his art because of Wolverine, which is still solid. Klaus Janson doing the inks, and Avengers is good. His Thor's solid, but his Conan, oh, so good.
So,
who's my next interview? I've actually reached out to a couple, and I've had a couple of people interview me, or not interview me, reach out to me. So maybe Tom Taylor. Might be sometime in February, hopefully.
All right.
That's it, everybody. I just want to thank you all for being here. You all make this so much more fun than it should be. Every Saturday we do this. Oh, dude, what's up, man? How are you, Noir Wolf? Hit that like button on the way out. Thank you all so much for being here. We will do a live celebration sometime on Monday, probably about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can make it, come and say hi. 80,000 would not be possible without you all. We love every single one of you all. Well, maybe not all of you, Josh. Just kidding. Josh. You just clicked on his name. Yeah, that's all I've got. hit that like button. Check out cheapgraphicnovels.com. Make sure you tell them the Urban Condition sent you their way for free shipping with your next order. And that's it. Much love.
And stay minty. Yep.